Hey HBC families, I want to start a new way to communicate with all of you. So I'm going to be making some super short videos of some of the most important things that I want you to know or hear from me. Now I know how my mind works, and so these videos, I'm going to try to keep them fairly short, and I'm going to divide up topics between a bunch of shorter multiple videos. Now, I also plan to make some longer videos for those of you who do find what I've said interesting or just want to dive more into a topic. Today, I want to share some things with you that you might not already know about our kids' Sunday school program. Now, though it's imperfect, I totally realize that there's a lot of room to grow and improve, but already there's so much that goes in to every single week for your kids. Not only do our leaders put in a lot of time and effort, and it's incredible what they do to prepare, but our curriculum providers have an overall plan for what is being taught for your kids that they have put so much work into. I've spent too many hours probably looking into different teaching curriculums, and I am going to continue doing that to make sure what we use is the best. But there's a few key things that I want you to know about what we're using right now for your kids. First of all, the Orange curriculum, which is what we use, is constantly creating new teaching and activities. So what is being taught today, this March, is not what was taught last March or the March before. It's not something that they made 5 years ago and is eventually going to age out. No, everything that we get from them is new and going to be constantly relevant and applicable for your kids. Now, speaking of applicable, Orange has partnered with the Phase Project in the creation of their material. Now, the Phase Project, interesting name, it is a research initiative that has spent literally thousands of hours studying and researching kids from 0 to the age of 18 and learning how they develop, how they learn, and how they change over those years through the different phases, hence the name. And part of what they researched was how those kids are impacted spiritually over the years. So Orange, in partnership with the Phase Project, has picked out 252 different sections of Scripture that are best taught to kids from JK to grade 5. So that's what your kids are going to learn. The things that have been researched to be the best taught during this phase of their life. That's exciting to me that our kids are getting what is best for them. Now, it's not to leave out other sections of Scripture that are important, but just the other topics and certain things in Scripture are best taught and better accepted by the kids at a different phase in their life. And so we'll get there during those phases for them. Now, our curriculum focuses what we teach around a different theme every month for a few reasons. First of all, it helps us see a wider range of Scripture, that it's not just the New Testament that talks about love or cooperation, but that we can pull from the whole Bible because it's a unit together. And so the kids this month are learning about cooperation, and they're learning about it from the New Testament and the Old Testament. And next month, we're diving into Jesus and what happened to him with his death and why it's not bad news for us that Jesus died, but that it's good news for us. Now, if you want to see the overall plan that we're using, I'm including the scope and sequence document to this week's parent email. That will show you a bunch of detail about what we've been teaching and what we will be teaching, but it also gives you some theological notes on what the foundation is behind the Orange curriculum. Now, with all the time that I've put into choosing a curriculum to use, what I've shared with you is like maybe half of why I've chosen Orange. Because all of this stuff that I've just shared, other curriculums do that too. Some of them I would even argue better than Orange. So why I picked Orange actually has everything to do with you, the parents, which is what I'm going to dive into in the next video. Thanks for making it to the end, and we'll talk to you next time.